Um, we didn't exactly know what we were getting ourselves into, but we felt called to try it. We knew that it would make us uncomfortable, but we also knew that it would be really good for our relationship. There was nothing wrong with our relationship, but life gets in the way sometimes, and that spark and that like intimacy just wasn't what it was in the beginning, and it was reignited, and so much more than that too. So, from my end, it was beautiful to reconnect in a way that I didn't know was possible with my beloved, with my partner. And I really do think that this should be mandatory for all couples at least once a year. Yeah.
For me, um, looking back at it now, it makes more sense why we ended up here. We're two very adventurous people, and in the past, adventure in our life has looked like climbing mountains, big long runs, being on rivers, surfing, and for us, I think now this was just like an opportunity for another adventure that we saw value and growth in. And sitting now, I just think like it's just been the biggest gift to ourselves. And when we were hesitating and questioning, like, should we come? Now I just think we were like so silly for even questioning it. Like, I know me personally, it's given me so much and given me the ability to really understand my part in our relationship better. And so yeah, I'll come back to the one in November if we have the means to.
And if you had to name one or two insights, I guess, that you might have taken from the week, could you, either for yourself as an individual or as a collective?
One of the insights was that you can spend your whole life looking for something better or thinking that your answers to your problems or your relationship problems are outside. But if you slow down and you turn inward by yourself, to yourself, it opens up so much space for your relationship, for those problems to not even really exist anymore. So, yeah, you could spend your whole life looking, but it's much nicer to slow down and not have to look, but just be as it is.
And my big one, which I shared yesterday in the room with everyone, was I've been asking myself the question, like, how do I show, express, do love for Violet to be able to receive it in a way that she can receive it? And I really realised that I don't need to do anything. I don't need to be anything. And it's not some physical, or it's not even in words, it's just in me being able to be present in my own home and to be able to embody the love that I have here. And like it's proven time and time again this week that it's just been received in a completely different way.
And if you were to give a sentence or two to someone that might have an idea, do I or don't I come to a course like this, or to this course?
Yes. The answer is yes. You come to this course if you can, and if you can't, you find a way to come to this course.
There's always going to be reasons like why we maybe shouldn't do something or why we can't do something. Like, our mind's always going to come up with a reason for that. Like, no matter what it is, like, should we go and get a coffee now? There's going to be something that pop up for a reason as to why not. And for us, this was really just about, we won't know until we go. And yeah, now we're here and it's like, well, I would suggest it for anyone and for everyone, because everyone and anyone will get something out of it.
Thank you. Thank you very much. Beautiful.
Well, it's been nectar. Absolutely nectar. We came with our relationship being right on the cliff face, in a very scary place. And this is, beyond reigniting, it's taken us to a new place, a whole new stepping platform to step into love and to really be able to hear and see each other from such a deep, integrated way inside of ourselves, and from a space of deep love and intimacy. And this is the best thing I've ever done. And I know that my relationship and our relationship from this point forward is completely different. I'm not saying things won't arise, but we have these beautiful tools now that we can open our heart to, open each other to, and actually hear each other and go deeper. And I love the lovemaking. It's really just such a joy to have time and space without any agenda, without any push of, and just to sink into each other in such juiciness and such, depths. I felt like we went to new levels. It's really, really beautiful. Thank you.
Thank you.
It's been a timeless journey where I really got to understand the essence of what relationship is all about. Relationship with myself, with the other, with the divine, and just have to emphasize the timeless nature about this. Just like Alyssa said, it really did feel like there was stepping into eternity here. And this is one of the keys, I think, is being able to revisit this time, because it really did feel like I've done this before, I've been here before, and it's like coming home, like to a place where I've been truly seen, and I can truly see. It's absolutely exquisite time here.
Do you think some of the tools that you learned here, you mentioned the word tools, do you think that they're capable of being taken with you as you go back into your everyday lives, and what, maybe what's some of those pieces for you that you can integrate into your everyday lives?
I found the tools unbelievably simple, but so deep, so many layers that you could just keep exploring and going deeper and deeper and deeper. But the simplicity made it possible to go, we can do this. We can take this home and we can explore this at another level. So there were many, many tools: the breathing, the being, the way to approach each other in the lovemaking, approach from a space of meditation instead of a hot yearning sort of experience, more from a reverence and a devotional nature, and slowing down. And I think Dev talked about the timelessness and slowing down on all aspects, like slowing down to hear, slowing down to receive the, Dev, slowing down to be received. So they're very simple but very, very profound.
Yeah, I actually felt, for me, the highlight was about beyond technique. It was absolutely about beyond technique, and because it was just fundamentally for me, the wisdom in this was about, it's not so much about the external or about the outside, what's going on the surface. It's about bringing that awareness back inside and what's going on for me in here, becoming really aware of that. I love the simple bit of wisdom that Rahasya shared, where he simply said, take hold of my hand. Now bring your awareness to the sensation of that physical touch, and now draw that sensory awareness back into your heart. And that was quite unique and special for me too. Now I can do that with all my sensory experiences now.
Beautiful.
Yeah.
And if you had to name one or two insights that you've taken for yourself, either personally or collectively, what might they be for each of you?
Yeah, well, for me, it's definitely about presence. I had so many aha moments here, and once again, it's linked back to that the technique. You know, there's so many books out there about tantric techniques, stopping ejaculation, for instance. Yet that becomes a goal in itself, and then the mind then gets lost in identifying with that goal, whereas what Rahasya spoke about is about one, slowing right down and becoming aware of the presence and in that moment, and that takes away all the excitement, the heat of the moment, to really feel what's underneath that. And that has allowed lovemaking to go on for hours, which was a revelation to me.
And for me, I think I've always said that love is the answer, but that's just a beautiful way Rahasya talked about this ocean of love, this expansive, you know, and I think women have a capacity to move into that ocean of love, but bringing the shadow, the unactualized parts, like those little thoughts and beliefs and concepts that we get stuck on, and our little ego internal games that we play in our head, and just keep letting that come into, inviting it into that ocean of love. That was just so beautiful. So in any moment you can catch it and just go, come on in.
The
And
empty
let it
heart.
be the empty heart to do it. Just allow it to be fully dissolved in that moment, instead of it being a big issue, you know, or playing out some level of shame or some internal game with yourself. So simple.
Welcome that too.
Yeah, welcome it, but
into-
into this empty heart, which I just love. Just love that, and you know that you can do that all day. You know? And welcome the good, the happy, the sad, the ecstasy, all of it into that space, and let it keep expanding.
Thank you. And if you were talking to someone who's maybe looking at this and go, should I, shouldn't I, you know, what words of wisdom might you give them to support them in making a decision?
Don't think about it.
I'd say if you want to dive into the nectar of your relationship and really see yourself and your beloved in each other and in your own right, this is the only way to go. And just the level of consciousness that Rahasya brings, without all the game playing, in his beautiful humility, this is an incredible space to activate your relationship. Yeah, so
This is what love is really about. This is what relationships are all about. So if you really are wanting love and and a relationship that will last not only forever, but forever. Then yeah, this is the place.
I've got a list of friends I'm going home to talk to.
Beautiful.
They're ready, and their relationships need it.
Good.
Because, you know, we watch each other struggle in life. And we try to help each other through, but honestly, this is so beyond any technique. It's a doorway into the heart.
Beautiful, thank you. And one final question, the facilities here at Sengsuru, did they provide what you were looking for, that support you in this week-long retreat?
Above and beyond. Absolutely stunning. Everywhere you look there's beauty. Nature, the room, our room was like a cave. It was like this cocoon we kept going back to and having these long hours of being in love and making love, and then we come out to this glorious food that, like, honestly, I've put on at least 1 kilo since I've been here, but just the most spectacular food, and the love in everyone that works here comes from such a sweet space. Like, they became our friends, and we just loved seeing their faces every day, the cooks and the cleaners and the masseuses, and so it just felt like being part of a big family. Or
it really felt like I could have been anywhere in the world.
Yes.
You know, it was a beautiful little bubble being here, and I guess the great thing about it is just so local. Yeah, we were just chatting about it this morning. It's so great. It's here in Australia because we can really bring this back, what we've experienced, back into the land here as well. And then it's not like it's some separate thing. It's actually bringing it closer to home, to our physical home as well. So yeah, it's been very special being here in Sengsuru.
Well,
thank you.
thank you.
Thank you, guys.
Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful.